presidential candidate of African Action Congress, AAC, Omoyele Sowore, has come out to give reasons why he would rather prefer to be endorsed by millions of Nigerians rather than former President Olusegun Obasanjo and former head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. According to him, he was sorry he wouldn't have been able to accept an endorsement from any of the past leaders because he sees them as enemies of Nigeria. So, Sowore, why is it that the people you are talking about, he said he prefers the NSAS, poor Nigerians protesters, than Obasanjo and IBB? Then why is it that they have not even endorsed you now? They have failed to endorse you. The masses have endorsed the poor Nigerians. The real Nigerians that are really poor, they have endorsed Peter Obi. So why is it that the poor Nigerians are not endorsing you? Why is it that it's youth are not rooting out for you? Because all of them now, because I said it is the other way round. You see Obasanjo endorsing Peter Obi because that man, one thing the people don't understand is that once he begins to see some things that the Nigerian people are talking about, that is where he tries to move to. He's the one who always align with the Nigerian people. He sees the terrain, he sees what is happening. So not the other way around that because Obasanjo said this, people had already endorsed, rooting out for Peter Obi, and that was what this man have seen Obasanjo. So you coming out to tell us, so it is not even Obasanjo that would tell people Peter Obi this and that. If people cannot convince themselves, forget it. So it is the Obasanjo himself that is following the trend of the masses, not the other way around. So the people you are talking about, because I remember when I just feel that the whole thing is not just favoring Omoyele Sowore, not that whether it's good or it's bad, because even as at when Peter Obi did not come out in 2019, and the manner at which the youth are rooting out for Peter Obi compared to how they rooted out for you, the margin was just too small. Well, until after election, because the 2019 result that Omoyele Sowore got was just 33,000 votes. He got 33,000 votes. So let us see what is going to happen, because even at that, we could see the level at which the youth were really clamoring for Omoyele Sowore. You can't say the same thing with Peter Obi. Even if we are not, the election has not been conducted, let's see how it goes. So the same people, I remember during NSAS, they said no, they didn't want you to come and join them. I don't know the reason why they said that, because they were seeing it, they didn't want the government to turn it to a political thing, and that was why they said no. And since then, if you have been going on social media space, you will see what people are talking about you and what people are saying about Peter Obi. So I don't know where you are coming from. I don't know where you are coming from. It is not the endorsement of Obasanjo that matters now. It is the endorsement of the masses, which Peter Obi has already gotten. Nigerian news reports that Sowore took to the microblogging platform Twitter to explain that he would rather prefer to be endorsed by millions of Nigerians who have no billions of cash. See, let me tell you, if Obasanjo endorses you today, you will be happy because maybe there's something good is seen in you. If those IBB endorses you, you see that there's something that they have seen in you. So don't come and tell us that maybe you have to give them money or whatever, or they have money to sponsor you. No, because all these people that you are talking about, that you are expecting to root out for you, they've already rooted out for Peter Obi. The AAC flag bearer, in a video on his Twitter handle, pointed out that accepting an endorsement from Obasanjo or Babangida would be unfair to the people of the OD and Zaki Ibiam, as well as slain journalist Deligiwa. Showore's reaction is a sequel to the endorsement of the Labour Party flag bearer Peter Obi by former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Nigerian news understand that Peter Obi's endorsement by Obasanjo has been the topic of discussion in the political space since the entrance of the New Year's, as it has stirred several reactions, comments, and counter-comments. However, Sowore noted that he would rather be endorsed by those who fought against SAP and participants of the EdSARS protests, or be endorsed by the northern Talakawa who have been attacked by Boko Haram bandits and ISWAP, rather than those he described as the enemies of Nigeria. He advanced that total liberation is the only solution to Nigeria. Of course, I want to win as president of Nigeria, but it is not about my ambition, but about the people of Nigeria hovering in their pain and anguish in their millions, languishing in insecurity, hunger, and starvation. I won't be able to take the endorsement of Obasanjo and General Ibrahim Babangida. I would rather be endorsed by the very masses who have not billions of naira in their accounts, but are in their millions. I would rather be endorsed by oppressed who beat the brunt of this vulcanizer economy which has been imposed on our people and has brought untold hardship. Sowore also wrote on Twitter that some are desperate to be endorsed by the enemies of our people. Obasanjo repeated endorsements of Peter Obi shows once again that the overrated three times Nigerian ruler fetishes the reunion of Nigeria. For us, we crave and satisfy with the endorsement of the people. We can't continue like this. Hashtag, hashtag Happy New Year and hashtag Revolution now. This is just a mere jealousy. I beg this statement no just water jare. Obi has all the above mentioned people of and groups. Exactly. All those people you are talking about, they've already endorsed him. So what are you talking about? The youth, the NSAS, the poor, the Obasanjo and IBB. So who is backing you? Nobody. Is a wanderer. Hey. It's a wanderer. What are you doing there? We need everybody's endorsement. We are obedient to all. Then the whole Nigeria will remain poor for you to be endorsed. Pride go kill Sowore one day. The man is confused. Go and sit down, Sowore. You are looking at who will settle you. Nobody will endorse you, noisemaker. Sowore, you may be right. There's always sense in nonsense. Most of these former leaders laid a solid foundation for our present situation and they are still happy with it. Only shed crocodile tears, but he who shits in his side of the river, if your family person in the other side doesn't drink the water your village person would do. Corporate website of failure. Can someone please remind Sowore that he is part of Nigeria's problem? He has forgotten how he campaigned for this evil APC against President Jonathan in 2015. Mr. Sowore, nowhere thinking Nigeria will endorse you for anything in Nigeria. So get some rest. So Sowore, you are still contesting. Sorry, the Talakawas or the poor ones, particularly in the northern parts of the country, are mostly submissive to their leaders, past and present, and northerners, and therefore their endorsements still have effects of those they must have endorsed. The likes of Tinubu, Atiku, Kwakwanso, Soludo are disturbed over Peter Obi. You two are having sleepless nights over him. Who knows you? Who be this heaven presidential candidate? He dey pay you. Unfortunately, no one is endorsing you in the first place, not even your fellow weed smokers. Dey there oh, you are on your own. Sowore has joined gang of gangsters, FFK, Festus Keyamo, senior advocates of non-entity. Even those with 0 votes are talking. Oga, jealous no good oh. Sowore's mental state needs to be checked. It is a poor man mentality Sowore is demonstrating. Sowore is too full of pride. Why anything he does, he doesn't get it. He feels he's better than everybody. Instead of starting his career from National Assembly or Senate, he preferred to go for president. Nigerians, please, you want to be noticed. Notice me in everything. Sowore has always been the voice of the youth in the past. He has fronted a lot of protests when Obi is nowhere to be found. It is unfortunate for him. Is Obi that going ground now? That is gaining ground now. Now so it be. It is why no wonder the Bible says it's not of him that runneth, nor of him that willeth, but it's of God that showeth mercy. This man did not do all of those things, so he had his own way of doing things because he was going. Even Sowore too has been going for seminars, he has been going for lectures here and there, and this man has been doing the same thing. But when you talk about the real work, you see Sowore has always been coming out, and it didn't work for him. It's not even working for him, and the youth are not even looking at his side. So what has happened? No wonder FFK is saying, be like say they don't bewitch Of course, that was just dey make a statement wey no get head. They don't bewitch Obasanjo for him to have endorsed Peter Obi. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.